Hey everybody, welcome back. We are doing another sample section. We're trying to bring down that pile of Kindle samples that I have to a reasonable size. Never gonna happen. So let's jump into this Kindle sample. This time we have The Butcher of the Forest by Premee Mohamed. I got this, I think, off of Chuck Wendig's blog is where I saw this. So thank you, Chuck. But The Butcher of the Forest, looking at the cover as we like to do, and we will judge because I feel judgy today. The cover is really pretty. I really like it, actually. It's got a very nice color scheme, this kind of gold and sort of teal green. There are apples hanging on the forest. There are all these animals, a unicorn, a wolf, a bunny, a bird with skulls instead of proper heads. So that looks a bit spooky. It gives very fairy tale vibes overall, which I like, which is not surprising then. There is a blurb at the bottom of the cover that says that nothing in nature matches the uncannily sweet murder mirth of Premee Mohamed. So I don't know what murder mirth is. I expect we're going to find out pretty soon. So give me a second to read. Well, not a second, a little more than a second to read the Kindle sample, and I will be right back. All right. Okay, we are back with The Butcher of the Forest. Now, this is an interesting read. The sample, at the very least, the sample comes across as really, really dreamlike. And one of the vibe that I could not shake as I was reading it was it kind of felt like a fantasy hallucination mapped on top of our world. Right? The plot of the sample is this woman, Varys, who is being arrested, and she's being brought to the tyrant, who wants her to go to the northern woods and to get somebody for him. It's a very short sample. There's not a whole lot to pick up on. But what it kind of feels like is that, and you can tell me if you've read the book and I'm wrong, tell me. I don't mind. I'm okay. I'm actually okay, really, with some spoilers. I'm not really that strict on them. But it kind of feels like Varys is imagining something in order to explain the situation that she's in. That this fantasy world that she's going to is the real world, and she is interpreting it in her mind as being a fantasy. Does that make any sense to you? It's kind of, that was the vibe I get, is that yes, okay, there's a terrible North Woods, there's this dangerous place, there's another world in the woods up there, everyone knows not to go there, there's a tyrant, there's guards, there's a great keep, but it's not really any of that. It's the police, it's a town, it's a politician, I don't know. Again, I might be wrong, I might be very wrong, but that is the vibe that I got from this Kindle sample. Like I said, it is very, very short, so I don't have a whole lot else to say. Other than it is a really nice read. I like it. It's very vivid in its imagery and the way that it's describing what Varys is going through. It sets up, assuming that the world is real and not a hallucination, it sets up a world which there's good. It's really basic and simple. There is a tyrant who runs everything. There is a woods in the north, which is horribly dangerous that you should not go into. But then there is Varys, who knows the woods and is potentially able to go in there and retrieve people. So there's more to her than we know. And the tyrant, for all that he is kind of the foreshadowing that he's an awful person, I mean, tyrant, kind of comes across pretty reasonable in a lot of ways. So I'm not sure where this is going. I really don't know, but it is a nice read. Chuck Wendig is a writer who I like. So if he says that this is a book that's worth reading, that's going to give a lot of weight to that. So I'll probably pick this book up and take a look at it. But yeah, I'm interested to see if that vibe that I get is correct. If at some point we are going to lift the veil of some sort of hallucination or madness and discover that this is the world that we know, or if it is in fact a whole separate fantasy world that exists in its own right. Either way, I'm fine. So if you've read this book and you got something you want to say about it, please do. I'll be happy to hear it. I know there's a short one today, but like I said, it's a short sample. There's not a whole lot to go off of. But yeah, I'll probably pick this book up. I think I will. So, thank you very much for sticking around for these. I really do appreciate. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, send me money. No, that's not going to work. That's probably a bad idea. But definitely like and subscribe and all that stuff. I've been told that telling you what to do is a good idea. Yes. So, thanks very much, as always, and I will see you next time.